What's up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue, and what I'm going to be doing today is just going to be a rack of ribs on the Weber Smokey Mountain. And I was inspired to do this for two reasons. Number one, I went over to Jason at GqueBBQ, and he had done a competition rib cook where he followed Bill Gillespie's recipe to a T. I'm going to be doing a few variations on that. One of them is going to be my rub, which brings me to the second inspiration for this. Is I've been wanting to do a review on Manuel at El Rabbit's Barbecue. You know you want it barbecue sauce, and this is going to be the perfect time for me to taste it on some ribs because I've added on some other stuff, but do it on these ribs and see how they turn out. Anyway, let's come on in and kind of see how I'm treating these ribs. I happen to buy the worst cut ribs in the world, but I got them trimmed up pretty decent. Anyway, come on in. I'm going to make on this rib cook is I'm going to be using some cayenne pepper. I want mine to be a little spicy. Now, you obviously don't have to use cayenne pepper if you don't want to, but I'm going to put down a layer of my cayenne pepper, and then this is some Killer Hog rib rub, and just going to go over it like that. And I'm going to let this sit for about 10 minutes before I get the other side. It's been 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and flip this over and do the same thing with the other side. Alright, so I'm going to let this sit about 30 minutes while this Weber Smokey Mountain gets heated up, and it'll be on the pit. But you know what? Let's go outside and take a look at the wood and everything I'm using. The charcoal we're going to be using is this Kingsford applewood briquettes, and I'm going to be going with cherry wood. I believe that Jason in his video used pecan and maple, I believe. Maybe it was apple and maple. Anyway, we're rolling with cherry. It's coming up. I'm going to put this thing together, let it come up to temp, and get these ribs on and let them go for 3 hours at between 250 and 275. I'm probably going to try to hold it closer to the 275 mark. Just got up to 265 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and put them on now, and his recipe said 250 to 275, so I'm good for now. I will be trying to take it up to 275. Once I get this lid on, let the 3 hours begin. Just came off the smoker. They were in there for about 3 hours. I went ahead and laid down a little bit of honey, some brown sugar, and some butter. I'm going to go ahead and put this meat side down, and I'm going to come back over it with a little bit more brown sugar. Just a little bit more honey. And now I'm going to get some of this El Rabbit's barbecue sauce on here. And then we're going to be back out on the smoker for about another hour. Alright, let's get this tightly . Alright, so that's tightly wrapped, back on the smoker for an hour, and we'll be able to see what's up with these ribs and what's up with this You Know You Want It barbecue sauce. These are my ribs, just got off the smoker. I let them stay on there for about for an hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and set these aside. Now, take this liquid, So I'm going to take that liquid now. I'm going to mix it with this. You know you wanted El Rapid's barbecue sauce. And that is going to be our glaze. And I'm going to wait about 15 minutes to cut into these ribs and get this sauce applied, and be time to see if these things are as good as they look and as good as they smell. Alright, so these things have been glazed down. It's time for the taste test. Like I said, this was done at 275 or between 265 and 275 for 3 hours. Took it out, wrapped it, didn't spray it, didn't do anything the whole time it was cooking. Anyway, let me get down to this taste test. Here's kind of what they look like right there. Looks like it has a good bite. Sauce is unbelievable. Let me put that down. Anyway, so as far as this El Rapid's barbecue sauce, I have used it before. I was just using it in this video just to kind of get it out there. But one thing about this sauce is it's how I like my sauces. It's kind of a little bit on the thinner side. It has, I don't know if there's wine or something in there. Anyway, has some decent flavor. You might want to run by there or run by his site and pick up a couple bottles. I'm going to put a link to that in the description. Anyway, I thought these ribs turned out great. It's probably the fastest I've ever done ribs in 4 hours. And they seem great. Anyway, thanks Jason Gahnal, GqueBBQ, for putting me up on this technique. And anyway, I do appreciate you guys stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.